Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday live show. Exciting day today. This is our first 90-minute live show. So a little bit of caution here for those of you tuning in, watching this on a bright, large TV. You might want to turn the brightness down, way down. So you'll see why I'm wearing this shirt in a couple minutes. But basically, it's the Southern Thailand edition of the Saturday live show today. So I'm excited to talk to my guest. She's Wander Flo. Flora and Note. It's going to be a great interview. So yeah, what do you think, guys? Pretty nice shirt. I can't wait to see all the comments coming in about this shirt. You guys might have gotten used to me wearing the black shirt all the time with the little sayings and stuff. Got to mix it up. I'm going to always keep you guys on your toes. So again, our guest today she's Wander Flo. We've got a packed schedule today. Flora and Note will be joining us at the 15-minute mark. And then guess what? Later on in the show, Mr. Mitch is going to be joining us today. So his second take on the Moderator Spotlight. So I'm really excited to have him back. He'll be joining us after the Flora and Note interview today. Hats off to today's moderators. You guys do a great job. I say it over and over again. This live show would not exist without your help. So I appreciate all that you do every day. Let me go to the chat. Let's welcome some people in because we got kind of a packed house coming. Everyone's getting trained to come on early, which is great. So I want to recognize the first person in the live show today, and that was Robert Mack in Asia. He was the first one in. I think he was in at 7 a.m. I saw him poking around in there in the chat. I was like, yes, guys are coming in early. So he was like letting Tommy J know that he was first because Tommy J is usually loading in early. We're doing a little bit of chatting back and forth, getting things going. Robert Mack, thank you for saying, please subscribe to Reeshard Travel. And I got to tell you, I see this comment a lot because it's always that you guys always add an S to the end of my channel. It's Reeshard Travel, not Reeshard Travels. I'm actually starting to think about changing the name of the channel because it comes up so often. Even other vloggers that will mention my channel, they always add the S at the end. So I don't know what to do there, guys. Teacher Thomas Thailand was here second. Triple T. Nice to have you in, man. I saw your Thai massage video where you were getting contorted all over the place, but it looked like it had a great result, and that was great to see, but it looked very painful. I've had a Thai massage a couple times in Thailand, and I always feel better after, but during, it's just, I'm not very flexible at all. It's kind of one of the reasons why I don't do yoga as much as I probably should. So let's see, we got mango sticky rice here. Nice. So Mango Sticky Rice is looking forward to the interview later because he loves the channel. She's Wander Flo. So I like it as well. In fact, I kind of made some bold statements there in the chat about, so I really think this is a 100,000 subscriber channel. I really feel that for a number of reasons that we'll talk about during the chat with them today. But I don't know, guys, if you haven't checked out this channel, you got to take a look at it. Think about subscribing, watching the videos. I think there's about 35 videos on the channel now. And yeah, I definitely, it's pretty high-end stuff. So we're going to talk to them about that a little bit later. Jeff Johnson, welcome to the live show again today, man. The Larry King of YouTube. Well, rest his soul. Rest in peace, Larry King. maybe I'll have a couple more years left in me. But yeah, I guess all I'm lacking today is the suspenders. So Robert Mack saying hello to Jeff Johnson. And Teacher Thomas is calling out something that's actually starting tomorrow for me, and that is a time change. So we go through daylight saving time here in the U.S. tomorrow. So in a couple hours, all of a sudden the live show will be at 10 p.m. Local Thailand time. So that's going to be helpful for getting guests on. So I think Flora and Note are actually the last guests that will be coming on so late in the evening. I'm so excited they can make time for this. And from what I'm hearing in the U.S., they might actually keep this time change permanent. So I think they're doing some legislation to kind of keep us from going back and forth with the time change. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that actually works out. Go down to the bottom. Mr. Mitch I saw was in there. He's saying hello to everyone. Posting some links up there for Teacher Thomas Thailand, and she's Wander Flo. So moderators definitely keep busy, keep posting those links as we talk through. We're going to be identifying a couple of videos from that channel as well. So I'm excited to kind of spotlight a little bit of that. Mr. Mitch, got Robert Mack in Asia. Mr. Mitch is laying out all the links today. I sent Mr. Mitch a preliminary list of all of my links for the vlogger news that's coming up in a little bit. So we'll go through that. So let me get caught up in the change. Oh, actually, I got Mike Hill is in there. Is Daystate painting a wall or creating art? So Mike Hill might have been privy to the information that Daystate Fox is currently under construction for his man cave back in the UK. So He showed me a couple pictures this morning. Wow, it looks pretty epic. I was telling Day State Fox, I've got to go over there and visit him once that's all done, if we can travel again. That'd be kind of fun to have a meetup between myself and Day State Fox. I would totally do that. It would actually be kind of cool to do that and maybe plan it to where when Day State Fox is coming out to Thailand himself, I could go there, spend a day or two with Day State, and then come out together to Thailand. That would be a hilarious video. So let's do this. I'm going to get caught up on the chat in a little bit. I did want to take this chance to talk about vlogger news. So as you may know, we're calling this Did You Know? And I kind of punched up the intro for this piece. So you might want to turn down the volume on your computer right about now. Great, so vlogger news today. Let's get to it. So Cheap Charlie Live is back in his bunker in Cleveland. We're all calling it the bunker. It's actually his basement in Cleveland. He's back doing some great live shows from there, doing some great live streams just about every day. I think he's doing a couple days where he's doing 2 a day. So go check those out. Very informational. It kind of has his thoughts around traveling the next 5 years. Is that going to happen or not? He's taking kind of a different approach to traveling. He's thinking that maybe we might be stuck in our home countries for a couple years. So I would love to have him on the show to talk about that because I strongly disagree. And just so you know, I'm in negotiations with Cheap Charlie Live to get him on the show. So we're exchanging some emails back and forth. I'm cautiously optimistic that we'll have him on the channel at some point. Rides for Kicks. So it's interesting. I was finding this out today with Rides for Kicks, and that no matter what he titles his videos, they're all great. I love the way he's going around Pattaya now and just showing us the town, introducing us to new people. I think in his recent video, he had actually a bracelet made for himself there in Pattaya. And it was kind of cool to see that happening. And just, it's nice to see Lucas kind of interacting with those people around Thailand. It's really good. His Thai is excellent, by the way, just in case you guys don't know. He's pretty conversational in Thai. Back in the day when he first started coming to Thailand, he was fluent in Thai. So he's kind of picking it back up. But I know he's very conservative when he talks about his level of Thai proficiency, but he's conversational. He can speak and he can understand just about 95% of it. So great videos on his channel. I'm loving all those videos that are coming out lately. Like I said, it doesn't matter what the title is because they're all great. And then Maggie's Journey. So I was just tuning into her latest live stream today, and she's actually building a bungalow for her dad just outside the main residence. It's pretty cool stuff, man. You got to check out this channel. For those of you that know, like I've had Maggie's Journey on a couple times, and she's got some great videos there. So she's living in Nakhon Ratchasima, up in the Korat area in Thailand. So basically the middle of Thailand. And she's up there and doing some great videos. The latest one, building a bungalow for her dad, is pretty cool because her dad is actually building the bungalow himself. So it's pretty cool. He's doing all the welding outside. And it's very similar to the series that I think Thai Girl Gift and Foreigner Joe are doing. So that's why I like that. He's doing some construction on his home as well. But Maggie's Journey is doing a great job there of kind of showing us rural Thailand. And then one that I saw just recently was Beauty and the East, one of our previous guests that came on. He did a great video that's titled Looking for a High-End Car in Bangkok. Oh, man, this was great. He took us around the mall, and then he started showing us all the different cars, from Rolls Royce to Maserati to the Mini Coopers, everything. It was really cool stuff. So if you do get a chance, go over to Beauty in the East, check out that video. Like I said, he's been on our channel a couple times. And he's got some great videos over there. I think he's underappreciated. So please go over there and take a look at that one. Julian K. Glasser, he did a great video recently on the best cheap hotel in Bangkok, $18 per night. So that's great. And it was a great hotel room. So you might think $18, that sounds kind of cheap, probably not that great. It was a great hotel room. Actually pretty contemporary as well. A lot of great, there's a nice sink in there, nice shower area. He actually even checks the water pressure in the shower. So I think, thank you, Julian, for checking the water pressure. That's actually pretty important. How many times have you guys went to a hotel in Thailand where you said, this is great, you go take a shower and it's barely coming out of the faucet? Not good. So check that one out. He's doing some great work. We had Julian on just last week talking about his 72 hours homeless in Bangkok. So check out the channel, check out that latest video. And then a future guest that's coming on in 2 weeks, 20 seconds in Thailand, Thailand Rob, is continuing on with the 90 videos in 90 days. So he's actually doing a great job there. Every day he's pumping out new material. And I just love, I feel like he's revitalized on his videos now. So we're going to have him on a couple weeks talking about that. For those of you that don't know, he's down south in the south of Thailand in Kamala Beach, right off of Phuket. So I would say go check that channel out. And that's about it for Vlogger News. I'll tell you what, I got to get a secondary camera going and focused on my green screen guests because Flora and Note were rocking out just now, and I love that. Great energy, man. I love to see the guests getting all excited for their interviews. This is going to be great. So I want to say, please keep the chat messages coming today. I'm going to need your help. I've never done a 90-minute live show before. Man, it's going to be tough. Really sweating it today, guys. But I'm excited because I have a great bunch of guests coming on right now. So Flora and Note will be joining me. Let me queue up some things because, of course, I always have an intro video ready for my guests. So it's She's Wonder Flow, all one word. Moderators, please put links in the chat. I'm going to welcome her and Note in with the intro, if I can find it. So many videos today, guys. Here we go. Enjoy this. We'll have them loaded in the live show when the video's over.
Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, we are Flora and Note from She's Wanderflow. We have been living in Koh Samui for the last 6 months, and it's our first time leaving the island as we embark on our 1-month road trip across southern Thailand. We begin our journey by taking a ferry to Surat Thani and driving down Thailand's most beautiful coastal road to our first stop, Nakhon Si Thammarat. Subscribe to follow our adventure.
Amazing intro. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
I was just going to say, welcome to the Saturday Live Show, and you got me scooped there.
Oh, look, twins.
Nice shirt.
Yeah, see, this is the reason for the shirt today, everyone, because Note loves his bright tropical shirts. And Note and I kind of had a little conversation a couple days ago saying, like, let's do this. Let's wear our bright shirts. So I did mine. I was so glad to see you loaded in the green room with yours. So thank you.
Who's wearing it better, though?
Well, you know, I think you may be, because you don't have a green screen that's playing tricks with the shirt. So it's so funny that the green palm trees are blending in with my green screen. If I was smarter, I would have flipped the green screen to a blue screen, but I was too lazy.
No, you look great.
So,
You look great.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. So it's an honor to have you on the show today. I'm such a big fan of your channel. I love all the travel videos. Note, you do a great job with the drone footage. So it's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
So it's so interesting because when I started watching your videos, I thought, well, this is going to be like travel videos. I'm totally down for this. It's great. But I didn't realize one thing is that you guys are so hilarious. I wasn't expecting all the humor. I was like, man, you guys are cracking me up with all the stuff you do.
We actually try to tone it down sometimes because most of our everyday is just joking and laughing about things. Like our life is mostly 80% bloopers, I would say.
Yeah, and I love that because you put the bloopers at the end of the videos. But I'm curious, who's more of the comedian? Is it Note or Flora?
Oh, definitely
It's
no.
me.
I think he basically, after I met him, he made me more fun. So that's a big bonus.
Yeah, and you did. I found out interesting facts on your videos too. Like I found out from Note that 150 people are killed by falling coconuts each year. When you guys are walking around.
Don't listen to my facts. A lot of them I just came up on the spot.
Oh, really? So kind of made up by yourself. I'm going to have the moderators fact check that. How many people are killed each year by falling coconuts? I thought that was so hilarious. The reason I bring it up is you had that video. I think it was called, let's see, How to Make Penang Curry from Scratch. So
Yes.
that cracked me up because I don't know who did the editing on that video, but you have that scene where you're manually carving up the coconut, right?
Yes.
Flora
So
put the storyline together,
Yeah.
and I did all the
Yeah.
color correction and did all the effects and music and slow motion.
Yeah, because I usually film as well, so I capture all the moments and I remember better like what kind of footage we have. And yeah, a lot of the parts is it's quite funny, and I try to keep a lot of it the way that we filmed it in the same
So I was
sequence,
thinking,
like following him.
Yeah, and I think like it's great to explain it, but I feel like you got to see it. It's like one of those videos where you have to see it. So, surprise, guys, I have the coconut part. You got to check this out. Let's take a look at it right now.
Oh, wow. Wait, we should put it in the bowl then, so we don't lose all the milk.
Yeah. That would be smarter.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Do I look sexy from the distance? No, not sexy.
No.
Very sexy. I wonder if it will be sexier if I slow motion this. Come on, work faster.
I think we probably embarrassed Flora a little bit with that one, with the sexy scene. Whose idea was it to slow-mo that? Was it Notes?
Yeah.
It was me. It was me. It's actually popular in like Thai dramas.
Oh,
It's supposed to be
interesting.
like a sexy scene where Thai lady would wear traditional Thai clothes and shave the coconut meat.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so I had a told Flora, try to sit like this and do it this way, and to see if you look sexy.
Because actually, in the beginning, I was sitting like a normal way, not the traditional way. So it's kind of what like a guy would
Like you had the
sit.
thing between
Yeah,
your legs.
between the legs, and it's easier because you're more stable. But he's like, no, Thai women wouldn't do that. They have to sit with their legs together on the side of the coconut here. And I'm like, that's super hard. Like, how do you look good and also prepare dinner at the same time?
Yeah. I think maybe you probably did that scene for like the 1 minute and then probably went back to doing it like Notes way, probably is what I'm thinking. So great. So you have to educate me on, now I know that you're actually coming to us from Krabi, right?
Yeah, we just arrived this afternoon.
Mhm.
And I said it totally wrong. I think Maggie from Maggie's Journey told me it's Grabi. Is that more correct?
It's Krabi.
Grabi.
Krabi.
See, I can't roll the R. See, you're professional.
Stick with Krabi. It's fine.
Krabi.
Note's given up on me. He's like, this guy's got no clue. He's got no chance to say it the right way. So I'm bad with that. I'm also bad with where you're actually your permanent residency, which is in what I call Koh Samui. But Flora, you say it a little different on your videos and in person, right?
Yeah, actually, first time I said Koh Samui, and then Note was the one who's like, no, nobody, that's wrong. You don't say it like that. And then I'm like, well, how do you say it? And he's like, it's Got Samui. So that's the Thai way of saying it, because Got means island. And then I also made the same mistake in the Got Tao video where I went, oh, okay, today we're going to Koh Tao. And then he immediately said, no, you got to say that again. So yeah, he.
Now, do you get comments
corrected me
about that? Like
I
you're saying it wrong? Any comments around that?
Only from you and one other person recently was like, you sound weird. And I'm like, it's not my fault. You need to explain.
But the thing is, if you say it the correct way, like Got Tao or Got Samui, you can make it sound exciting. So you can't be like, welcome to Got Samui. Then it doesn't sound as exciting. So you have to like, welcome to Koh Samui, right? So,
yeah, that's true.
It reminds me of how unproficient I am, if that's even a word, in the Thai language. Like I think I'm getting to know it. I can pronounce the words, and then like Note comes in with like, no, it's Got Samui. I feel so bad. It's horrible.
Where is that?
Yeah. So Julie and Kay Glasser, one of our guests we had on previous, said that you guys have a great, very cool channel. I saw them for the first time when they did the collab with See You Around in Koh Tao. Oh, I didn't know that you did a little collaboration with. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
When did that happen?
And Maybe like a couple 3-4 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
And it all happened because we were watching their channel, and I follow her on Instagram. I follow Guang on Instagram, and then I saw they're going to Koh Tao the same time. I mean Koh Tao, the same time.
Yes, I win.
As we were going. So I messaged her, and then we just hung out for a day. We were both filming, so it was pretty funny on the boat. Like both like 4
There
cameras.
was like 4 cameras going on one small long tail boat.
Oh, and 2 drones, because her boyfriend also has a drone, and he has a drone. So they're like going everywhere, cameras here and vlogging. But it was still a fun day.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Wow, Note, how does that work when you have 2 drones up in the air? Is it difficult to kind of keep them straight?
We take turn.
Yeah. I think one of the funnier videos I saw of you, Note, was when you were flying the drone and then you were being attacked by mosquitoes on your legs, and you're trying to like hot foot around to get the mosquitoes off of you. Oh, that was hilarious. Must have been tough too, right?
That was on our way to Nakhon Si Thammarat.
Yeah.
And we stopped at one of the most beautiful coastal road in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a lot of people like taking photos on the street, and then they would run to the side of the street when cars are coming, and we were like, okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to get the drone up. It's safer. But then as soon as we got out the car, we were attacked by mosquitoes. But I did it for the audience.
Quick one for the audience. You're committed to your craft.
Yeah.
Now, do you find like this wearing like mosquito anti-repellent, does that help at all? No?
I don't know. I think it helped in here, but like it doesn't really prevent mosquitoes from.
Well, the thing is, I usually get bit more than Note. So if I'm around, he's fine. But during when he had the drone up, like 90% of the time I was in the car hiding. And then I saw him jumping around, and so I came out with the camera and got him getting bit. And then I got like 5 bites within like 1 minute.
The trick is just keep moving. You just have to keep moving when you're outside.
And then I hear like the magic remedy is tiger balm if you get bit, right? Tiger balm all over the bites. Do you guys use that at all?
A green one.
There's a special one for bites called sandbug.
It's like the green and the white one. So it's like a small container with the green. Oh, I don't have it with me
it's
right
like
now.
tiger balm.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
But that one works better than tiger balm.
Interesting. I'll check that out next time I go. So 2 Passports, 1 Dream says that they had the pleasure of meeting you guys when they were staying on Koh Samui or Koh Samui. Such lovely people, both on and off camera. Oh, that's great to hear.
Oh, hi,
that's so
Adriana
nice.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, they're a lovely couple too, and they just moved to Chiang Mai, so they kind of swapped with us. We left Chiang Mai, went to Koh Samui. They were in Koh Samui, went to Chiang Mai. But their channel's amazing too. They're very informative, very friendly. Yeah.
Check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out. Is that their channel? 2 Passports, 1 Dream?
Yeah, 2 Passports, 1 Dream.
All right. We'll have the moderators put a link up there for their channel. That's great. And then Daystate Fox, one of our mods, is saying, where in Koh Samui are you usually based?
We live in the Mae Nam area in Koh Samui. So it's not in like the busy, like usually Chaweng and Baput and Lamai is more busier. Mae Nam is more like the local area where people live, but we really like it because it's quiet and it has one of the most beautiful beaches, Bandai Beach. So
interesting.
We're not into the party scene, so we like to go fishing and swim in the ocean. So we're kind of like outside the popular area.
The closest thing to like clubbing that we experienced recently was when you put the Did You Know up, and then when you got the music going, like
yeah.
Yeah, you guys were rocking out down the green screen. I could see you. All right, that's cool. That's
we're
great.
Party deprived.
Yeah, sounds like it. See, for me, when I've spent a little bit of time in Koh Samui or Koh Samui. Got to try to train myself to say it the right way. I got a little bit of island fever. I'm kind of more of a big city guy, so for me it was difficult. But I could see it be very peaceful. Did you choose that? Is that the main reason why you went from Chiang Mai to Koh Samui?
Yeah, I think Chiang Mai actually was already quite peaceful, and I think that's why we moved there. Like we don't do too well in big cities. Like we don't like traffic. We don't really like public transportation too much. We kind of just like the bike. We can drive everywhere we want. So yeah, Chiang Mai was quiet, but then we wanted even more quiet and we went to Koh Samui.
Oh.
And then now when we drive around the countryside, we're like, oh, maybe we should move to Nakhon Si Thammarat.
Like on the way here, we're on a road trip now. This is third week.
Third week, yeah.
And I hate traffic lights. Like in Koh Samui, there is no traffic lights. Or if there is, they don't work. They're just flashing yellow lights, so you can still go. You don't have to wait.
Interesting. Yeah. Teacher Thomas was complimenting you in one of your videos. They said the video on the river where it meets the Gulf of Thailand, the mangrove forest, is incredible.
Yeah, that one is Nakhon Si Thammarat, and we were so surprised. We didn't know that existed there. And we were shown the mangrove forest because we were staying at the homestay where they said, oh, why don't you come with us? We'll show you just, 15 minutes from here. It's really beautiful. And yeah, it was
like, even as a Thai myself, I heard of Nakhon Si Thammarat before, but I know nothing about it. And to see all these amazing sites that we went to see, if you come to Thailand, you should definitely add it to your list.
Yeah, there's so much more in the south than just the islands, even though the islands are beautiful. But yeah, like all the other provinces, there's so much to explore. And I think that's what we're trying to show the audience.
Yeah, it's interesting. So your videos are great, but I felt like one of the areas where you don't really talk about too much is how you guys met. So I know, Flora, you shared with me that you're from Hong Kong originally. Note, I forgot, you're from what area is it?
I'm from Khon Kaen.
Khon Kaen. That's right, Khon Kaen.
In Isan.
That's where you were born, but you spent most of your time in a different city, right?
Yeah, I was born in Khon Kaen and moved to Chiang Mai when I was 7. And I stayed in Chiang Mai until 15, and then I moved to Calgary, Canada.
Yeah.
So I spent half of my life in Thailand and half of my life in Canada.
And Flora, you moved from Hong Kong to Canada at some point, right?
Yeah, when I was 3 years old. So I don't remember much of Hong Kong. Yeah, but I did go back like every summer to see my family. And then I eventually moved back for 2 years when I was 18. So I love Hong Kong too, but it's hard for me to live there because it's just a really, really busy place. But I always love going back for holidays and traveling.
And we met in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's the best part of this story, is you would think like if you're tuning in, like, oh, they probably met in Canada somewhere. No, not at all. Australia.
Oh, yeah. Because I live in Vancouver. He lived in Calgary, and we would have never met in Canada. We had to go all the way to Australia, and then we met at university there because he lived in the apartment above mine. And
I was on an exchange program while Flora was on a 3-year
degree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was your roommate who was like, oh, our new Canadian roommate is coming today. You'll see him later. And then told me he's Chinese, just like you. And I met him and he's like, I'm not Chinese.
I'm Thai.
Were you trying to like speak in Mandarin or Cantonese to him? And they're like, oh,
no. But I also was like, he doesn't look like Chinese, but like it never like clicked because I actually never met anyone. I never had any Thai friends growing up. So I didn't know anything really about Thailand growing up. So when I met him, I was like, oh, very exotic.
The best part is when I first met Flora, I was drunk. I was wasted.
Oh, yes.
It was my first day in Australia, and I was like, what's the best way to make friends on my first day? Why not join like a pub crawl tour? So we went to different pubs and taking a bunch of shots, and I came back to the dorm and I saw Flora, and I was drunk. I had like all the party beats going on, and
yeah,
that was.
I didn't think I'd be marrying that guy.
Yeah. Fast forward 8 years forward, right?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah,
12 years.
12
Wow.
years.
So you've known each other for 12 years, married for 8, or did I get the numbers wrong?
No, perfect. Yeah.
That's great. Interesting. Teacher Thomas Thailand Note is asking, how did you learn English? I'm assuming it was probably in school in Canada, right?
Yes. Yeah. Before at age 15, before I went to Canada, I went to international school in Chiang Mai. So I did learn some English there, but most of the English I learned is back in Canada.
Yeah. No, do you speak any other languages?
Just Thai and English. I'm bad at both languages.
So Flora has you beat, because I remember, Flora, you told me you speak Cantonese, Mandarin, English, and Thai. A little bit Thai, Noi Pasa Thai, right?
A little, นิดหน่อยค่ะ
She's pretty good. She can understand like everything now. It's not good for me.
Yeah, he's complaining because he's like, I don't have any privacy now when I talk to other girls.
Totally bust you out. But I think Note probably can switch to Isan, right? Can you speak both languages, Thai and Isan?
Well, very little Isan.
Yeah. Flora's
I can understand, but I can't speak.
Yeah, I would have trouble with Isan.
Well, you're pretty good too, because we eat a lot of Isan food, and you know a lot of Isan words.
I know. I think it's just the way he says it. Sometimes I understand what he's saying. Yeah, I think that's how I'm kind of picking up a lot of Thai, is like just the way that he says it, and I can put like random words together. So I understand. I think I understand like at least 50-60%.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking it is a bit harder, but I'm trying.
It's interesting. So Zikon has a question for you, Note, asking, is there a difference in English, the English they teach, and the English you pick up on your travels? Does it surprise you? Do you think it's about the same? It's probably about the same, huh?
Well,
you probably learn more slang traveling around. All the cuss words.
I think his English is very conversational because his dad speaks he speaks English with his dad. So I think that's why it's not like he just learns English at school and he goes home and speaks Thai. It's like, yeah, I think that's why his English is fluent and conversational. But then now we have to tell the story about your dad.
Oh, we got to hear this story. Before you tell that, just Carl's Thailand was saying that being Chinese helps with Thai because they are both tonal languages. I never really thought about that. Do you feel like that's true, Flora? Yeah.
That is true if I learn Chinese properly.
Oh.
Because I never went to Chinese school to learn it. So I actually don't know the tones. I only speak Chinese because it's my mother tongue, and I learn it my family speaks like Cantonese. So I learned it through conversation too, and not school. Like I can't write Chinese. Somehow I've learned to read a lot of it. I think I watch a lot of TV and I pick up a lot of words. But yeah, it's different. It is if you learn from school. I think you can probably pick up both.
I did try to learn Chinese for a couple years. So I was like, I want to try to learn how to speak Mandarin. So I said, why not go on exchange program? But then I went to Hong Kong instead. But they don't speak Mandarin. They speak Cantonese. So I was like, oh.
Yeah. You know, I had a similar thing happen. Note, it's so funny. I was learning Mandarin via Rosetta Stone on the computer. And I thought, I'm in San Francisco. I'll go down to Chinatown and see what I can understand. Maybe try speaking a little bit. No, because they speak Cantonese. I was like, out of luck. So like you were saying, like, oh, darn it. So it sucked. But I totally interrupted you because
it's totally different.
Flora, you were going to tell a great story, have Note tell a great story about his father. That sounds like it might be an interesting story. Got to hear about that.
You want me to start it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's full Thai. So his like birth parents are both Thai. But when he was 15 or 14 in Chiang Mai, he met his dad, which is kind of like his guardian. They're not like officially like adopted. But he met his dad, who was the principal of the international school that he was going to at the time. And then that's how, I don't know how to say it. You met him and then you have to tell the rest.
Yeah. And then I got a scholarship to study in Canada, and he took care of me ever since. And I respect him as my dad. And he's the only dad I have now. So that's why I speak English at home.
Wow.
And
that's a great story. I don't know where we go from that, but I do want to talk. Sorry. Wow, that's awesome. So I do want to talk a little bit. So you're living in Koh Samui, but currently you're traveling around southern Thailand, which is where you are today from Krabi. So where else are you headed? What's next for the channel?
We are almost near the end of our road trip around southern Thailand, actually. So from here, we're probably heading back to Koh Samui. But we started there, and then we went to Nakhon Si Thammarat, went to Songkhla, went to Satun, Koh Lipe, Drang, Krabi now. Yeah.
So we have we have 6 episodes coming before the Krabi episode.
Yeah, we have a lot of footage and
we have a lot of work when we get back to Koh Samui.
Yeah, we've been trying to edit and still put out videos every week, but it's been harder when we're only in a place for a couple 3 or 4 days. So we really want to go out and enjoy ourselves and not just stay in and edit. So we've been trying to find a balance between the two. So we're still putting out 1 video a week, but yeah, there's a lot of footage right now that's backlogged.
Do you guys edit the videos together? Do you sit down at the computer and kind of, hash out ideas and stuff, or do you do it separately?
Separately, I think. I usually take, I usually go through all the footage, do the storyline, and then I would hand it to Note. And Note doesn't like to see what I've done until I'm finished with it. So he won't come and check oh, okay, this is where it's going. No. He's like, you done? Are you sure? And then he's like, okay, because then I'm going to work my magic.
Well, I did try to say something the first 5 videos when we did. I was trying to be okay, maybe you should do this and maybe you should move this here. But it didn't work out because the first 5 videos I wanted something and Flora wanted something else. And it just didn't work. So now we have this system where Flora would put the storyline together and then I come in and kind of clean it up a bit.
This arrangement works for our relationship.
Yes.
That's interesting. I want to kind of double click on that a little bit because I'm thinking, so Note, do you come in and do more of the transitions, the color grading, and then Flora's more just laying out the storyline? She gets the clips probably set, and then you kind of come in and work with the transitions?
Yeah. So I add music and I add the colors and the transition. And sometimes I move things around. But Flora is the one who came up with the story, the theme of the video.
Yeah, I think the most time-consuming part for us is watching all the footage. So now that he doesn't have to watch all of the footage, he trusts me to pick out all the highlights of it. I think it just saved us a lot of time.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. When I sometimes will do a vlogger spotlight, I have to sit through their previous live show appearance and I'm picking out little blips, little clips that I can use later, but it's a long process and it takes a lot of time. So once you go into editing mode, you might agree with this, is the hours just fly by. I got to tell you, I was working on a little clip yesterday and 2 hours just flew by. I was like, where did 2 hours go? My gosh, it was 9 o'clock. Now it's lunchtime. What's going on? So yeah, to your point, time can fly by. Yeah, nice. So
but
you've done
fun and we love. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're gonna say you love doing the editing and stuff like that?
Yeah, I said I didn't know anything about video editing before, and I just saw him, start doing this, and he doesn't use the easiest program. He uses Premiere Pro. So I was trying to figure out what is he doing, how's he doing it, and then go on YouTube and watch some videos. And now I really enjoy it because it's just putting together the storyline is pretty rewarding, because then at the end of the day, when we watch it again, I want to make sure we did put all the highlights of our trip. And that's kind of why we started this in the first place. It's really for us to be able to watch these memories.
It's like a virtual diary for us.
Yeah.
So we want to produce videos that we can watch even couple years from now, we can still enjoy them.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something that really comes through on your videos. That's what I saw right away, is I really feel like you have a passionate love for just making the videos. You really enjoy the storyline, the places you're going to, and that comes through. And it reminded me of the first interview I had with Chris Parker from Retired Working For You. He told me he thinks it's like a game. He likes to see if he can win this game against YouTube, figure out the algorithm, but he just likes to have fun and create fun videos. So, and look at his channel, right? 100,000 subscribers. And you guys had the pleasure of meeting him a while back, right? In Koh Samui.
Yeah.
That was a great video.
Yeah, we saw that. Actually, it was one of our viewers that told us, "Oh, Chris is in town. You guys got to go and meet him. Like he's like we love his channel anyway." So we like right away that day dropped what we were going to do, and then we decided to just go see Chris.
Yeah, that was awesome. We're just say hello to Brian Flowers, who came in late. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the live show. Everyone's saying hello to Brian Flowers. I thought that was such a great video. That's such a great video because it starts with Note on the couch, going on the couch, watching one of Chris's videos, talking about, I'm going to buy anyone a beer that comes to this bar in Koh Samui. And I'm kind of assuming the way you laid that out is probably Flora. Were you filming that with Note kind of going on the couch with the phone?
No. This is a good story because it was so spontaneous. I was watching, after someone told us to go to this party, so I watched his YouTube, and then I saw him mentioning free beer. So it's like, oh, this would be a good theme for a video. Let's go get a free beer from Chris. So I filmed myself. I put the camera on the table and just filmed myself watching YouTube video.
I didn't know what he was doing outside. I just heard a bunch of noise. I was getting ready, and then I walk out, and then he told me, "Oh, let's get a free beer." So I was like, "Okay." And I come out, and there's like a tripod and another camera, and like everything basically we have was like all over the living room. And he's like, "Okay, I got the intro. Let's go."
That's so great. And you said he was just like he is on camera, right? Very nice, down to earth.
Yeah, super down to earth. Our fellow Canadian.
Very easy to talk to.
Yeah, I was going to wonder, Flora, if you broke out the Canadian speak, you threw in some A's and that kind of stuff when you talked to him.
He did, but I think it was he did the A. But I also think it's not very natural for like us to do it. I don't think we're
we never really
I think the only thing that is very Canadian apparently is the way I say about. Apparently I say it like a boat, and it's supposed to be kind of Canadian sounding. That's the only thing.
It's cool because you've done a lot of collaboration. So you said that you did the previous collaboration with See You Around, and then you did Retired Working for You, had a little collab there. And then also News from the Shoes. You actually met up with them as well, right? That's a great story. They're American family living in Thailand.
Yeah, we met them actually through Lily's expat life. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, we watched Lily before we were moving to Koh Samui because there weren't that many vloggers on Koh Samui. So Lily was the one that was kind of showing, what life is like there. So we were following her, and then we decided to move. And when we got to Samui, we saw her at like a noodle shop. And we were like...
I saw her at the noodle shop. It was like our first week in Koh Samui. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so starstruck. And I took a photo for Flora. I was like, look, who's here at the noodle shop? Yeah. Because Flora was at home, and I went to the noodle shop by myself. And I was like, what should I do? Should I go say hi?
Yeah. I was like, go say hi. She just had a baby. Congratulate her.
And then we became friends with Lily, and then Lily introduced us to
Carrie from News from the Shoes. Like, it was just a really nice community there of people who were also starting to vlog, like, because our channels were around they were around 1,000, 2,000, and we just started. When we moved to Koh Samui, we only had 99 subscribers, I think. Yeah. So for us, we're like, oh, we're really small. We just wanted to kind of see what YouTube is like, and they were great to like chat with us and tell us just be yourself. Show people what your life is like. So they gave us lots of great tips.
Yeah. So how long have you had the channel for now? Has it been a full year?
No, 6 months.
6 months. I know when we talked on the pre-interview, you said like, man, this is pretty tough. Like you were hoping for a little bit quicker growth. It's kind of been a slog for you. And I reminded you only have like 35 videos out, so it's not like you have 250. I feel like 35 is great for 1,500, almost 1,600 subscribers now, right? And 6 months in.
Yeah, no, I think the beginning was really tough. I think for the first two months, the first 5 or 6 videos, it was hard to get to 100 for us. And actually, I think Thailand vloggers, Roy Bat helped us out a lot there, like to help promote our videos and kind of share like what other YouTubers are doing. And so I think starting to watch other people kind of helped us a little bit with, you know, how to create our own content. But yeah, once we kind of started to get a better feel of like how to
film and how to edit.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 videos, like it wasn't good. They weren't good. Like we were like, oh, we hate how we look on camera and we hate our voice. It's like
it was
it took a while to get used to.
Hard to film and a little bit hard to watch. So watch the newest ones first and then go backwards.
That's great. And then, so you guys have officially monetized the channel now, right? So you have the watch hours, the subscribers. Did that kind of come hand in hand? Yeah, it's more like pennies. It's more like pennies.
Yeah, it's more like
coins. This is just coins.
Yeah, let's
coin.
compare YouTube checks. Oh my gosh, that's great. And then, so TF, one of your friends, is saying, looking forward to your Songkla videos. Brings back good memories for me.
We had a great time in Songkla, and we actually just talked about this, that we could easily live in Songkla too.
Yeah, it's like such a wonderful, like it has like a charming feel to it. And Note's brother lives in Songkla, and we've been a couple of times, but I think once we brought the camera there to try to film more things, we realized like what we missed out when we were just hanging out with family. Like this time we actually hung out with family and kind of looked at it through the eyes of like a tourist. And yeah, Songkla is wonderful. And I think the videos will be good too. So
have you been to Songkla?
No, I have not. So interesting, curious. I've been to a lot of provinces, but never there. So yeah, I'll look forward to your videos then.
We met Thailand vloggers there too.
Because he's based in Songkla.
Yeah, he lives in Songkla. So we actually met and had dinner with him. Very lovely. Yeah, I think YouTube has given us a lot more than what we expected, you know, just meeting lots of people. Like the collabs all came naturally. We just met people online and then you get chatting, and because you share the same passion for travel, for YouTube, and you just get talking, it's really easy to make friends this way.
Yeah, I gotta second that too. Like I feel that it's so funny. I talk about getting involved in this live show format because it was a necessity. I ran out of content. I had no more Thailand content. I was stuck in America, quarantine, out of videos, and my moderator started kind of pushing me saying, you should start doing like an interview show. And I'm like, I'm not interested. That'd be so difficult. And it ended up being the best thing I ever did because, to your point, it's a nice community. You meet new people. There's so many people I want to go and visit now when I get back to Thailand. So my trip is going to be totally different than it has been in the past. So I love the community. You share like similar stories about editing, you know, what kind of software do you use, the kind of stuff that would put the viewers asleep today. But I could have like a 4-hour conversation with Note about the benefits of Adobe Premiere Pro, you know? So yeah, it's interesting. So I love that. So I guess you're seeing the benefits then of having a community. And have you found that your subscriber count has increased since you've kind of started doing the collabs and this kind of stuff?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think so. Like every collab kind of brings like more subscribers for sure. Yeah.
I think we just don't push out videos as often as we should.
Yeah. I think like, for example, a good tip from News from the Shoes was like when she went to 2 videos a week, she said it really helped grow her channel. But for us, I think it was we tried to do 2 videos a week, but it was created more stress, I guess, for us.
It's a lot of work. So hats off to Carrie for doing that and taking care of the 2 children.
I think it's also, we put a lot into editing the videos, and we both are kind of picky before we put out a video. We want to make sure it's like, okay, like this is the best that we can do. So I think that's why 1 video a week is good for us.
There were a couple videos that we did and we didn't publish it because we decided I don't think it's good enough. So
It's interesting. I think you raise a good point too, because the fact that you're working on the video together, you're really collaborating with each other. And I got to tell you, that's something I learned not really early on. I put out probably 6 videos and I was doing it all myself. Like I felt like I'm a YouTube creator. I do my own videos. I don't want anyone else's opinion. It's my vision. And that was a mistake. So the second I started using some of my friends to like send video clips, even mom got in the action. I said, Mom, take a look at this. What do you think? Oh, you should change that. This is horrible. And actually it made the video much better because you see like objective viewpoints on like what is funny and what's not and what might be a little too depressing. So to your point, I love that. I love to involve others in the process. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are very controlling that it's like their video. So I love that you're kind of open to, hearing other people's viewpoint.
Like we're still new at this and we're learning every video we make.
Yeah, and we're improving slightly, and we love reading the comments from everyone because sometimes it gives us like good feedback, like how we say something or like what we wear might be distracting. Like even though sometimes you would feel like, oh, those comments are like, oh, they're being really picky about certain things. Like, why didn't they like our video? But we actually take each comment pretty, like, what is it, like, to heart. Like we want to understand why someone said something, and if it's a place or if it's something that we can improve on, we do try.
Yeah, I think that's great, and that's a great viewpoint to have. I was just going to say something about Mr. Mitch so Mr. Mitch was saying Richard is a natural. I'm surprised some network hasn't picked him up. I profile that not to pat myself on the back, but to turn it around on you guys, because that's how I feel about your channel. I feel like you guys are naturals in front of the camera. The editing is spot on. You have such a great foundation for the channel. You have your intros coming in. A lot of people don't do that. You have a nice intro every time. I'm surprised the network hasn't picked you guys up.
Any watching right now?
Yeah.
All I got to say is, like, don't forget about the small channels like mine. When you guys hit 100,000 subscribers, please come back and visit us. It's awesome. I just love your videos. Guys, we're kind of coming up on time. I can't believe how quickly, it's like 45 minutes has gone by here. So
45 minutes?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like 53 minutes in. Yeah. Oh, what do you got there?
Snack break. Mango sticky rice.
Oh, I'm gonna love that.
It's mango season in Thailand right now.
Yes.
Look at this.
Oh, mango sticky rice is gonna like that.
Oh, yeah.
That is so great. That is so awesome. You guys are great. I love all your videos. Please, everyone, go check out the channel. She's Wonderflow. I do want to talk to you on the way out about the name of the channel, because I remember when I was going to find the channel, I put some spaces in between. I got some great music video recommendations. I did not get your channel. So I guess what was the, thinking behind the channel name to come up with that?
Well,
I think it's just because my name is Flora. So then I was trying to think about what could be like a good name.
and she likes to wander
Yeah.
around Thailand. So she's Wonderflow.
Yeah, like in my mind it was really simple, but then we never thought also that we would be like this a growing YouTube channel and make sure it's easy to search for other people. Like we didn't think, I guess, like that, because then now we're like, it is kind of hard. So we ended up having to get these QR codes on our phone because people are like, "What's your channel name?" And then we were like, "She's Wonderflow," and they never get it right. So now we're like, just scan
this.
Scan that. That's so
and we
awesome.
even hand out stickers. Here, take it to your friends and families and tell them to subscribe.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
Like, she's Wonderflow. She's wonderful, but then she's Wonderflow, and flow is me.
When we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll tattoo the QR code somewhere here.
I would love to see that. I don't even think that's possible, but I'm sure you'll figure it out.
100,000K. I'll do it.
Wow,
That is so awesome. No, I want to wish you continued success on the channel. I love your videos. Please, everyone, go check out She's Wonderflow. The moderators put the link in the chat for everyone to take a look at. And I'd love to have you back. I'd love to follow you along, see how things are going in the future.
We would love to be back.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys, and the internet was great today. So you guys were really worried about the internet. I know you stayed at a special place. It was great.
The Wi-Fi at the hotel is pretty bad. So I'm actually using a hotspot on my phone.
Ah, smart. We
just
talked
shows-
about
I
that.
have a
Good.
great plan. I have a great plan.
It just shows like how modern technology in Thailand is wonderful here now.
It's great. I'm always
Very affordable.
surprised at the internet speed in Thailand. It's much faster than here in America. Like it's crazy fast. So yeah, it's awesome. Great. Guys, thanks for coming on. I'm going to let you go out with a cool little outro video I created for you to show everyone what a great channel you have. Thanks again for coming on. I really appreciate it. We hope to see you back at some time in the future.
Thank you
so
for
much
having us. Khop khun kap.
Khop khun kap.
And don't forget to have a wonderful day.
Yes, I love it. That's going on one of the intros. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You cannot come to Nakhon Si Thammarat and not come to this place called Kopi. It is the best breakfast place in the city. Come, let's go eat. As always, have a wonderful day and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
What a great guest. Love having them on. Such great energy, positive vibes. That channel is going somewhere, that's for sure. Guys, write it down. She's Wonderflow. That's a 100K subscriber channel for sure. I bet my YouTube check on it. My 25-cent check, I'll put it down. I'll bet it on it. So definitely check them out. They got some great videos. So next on the schedule is going to be Mr. Mitch. We have our moderator spotlight coming up soon. But I wanted to kind of profile a couple questions in the chat, a couple comments. Then we're going to take a special intermission. Yeah, I created a 2-minute video for an intermission break because we're going 90 minutes today. We're going to do it. Team Reeshard Travel, 90-minute live show. We got to do it, guys. So 2 passports, 1 dream, saying amazing show, guys. Oh, it's awesome. You know, it makes my life easier when I have on great guests like this. So it's really wonderful. I'm so pleased they can make time to come on. They should change Thailand. Mango Land, just awesome. I know great mangoes in Thailand for sure. Nice to have you in here, Chai Boom Farong. Nice to see you. Teacher Thomas Thailand says, fits her perfectly. She's wonderful. Her name is Flora, and she wanders around Thailand. So we got to get Flora down to meet up with Teacher Thomas Thailand and that awesome restaurant he has there in Pala. So got to go check that out in the Rayong area. That'd make for a nice video. I can't wait to do all these videos in Thailand with all the people that I've met. So I'm looking forward to that. Day State Fox saying, lovely guests. I know, great. And then Teacher Thomas saying, the best style of vloggers, genuine and lovable. Mr. Mitch saying, woohoo, great show. I see Mr. Mitch is in our green room. He's ready to go. Jeff Johnson, like in the interview, I didn't get a chance to say hello to you, Jeff Johnson. So welcome to the live show again. Looks like you might have changed your avatar. Awesome. Excellent interview. Great job. Thank you. Tommy J is saying, great job, Note and Flow. Nice to see you. Perfect. Great. So what we're going to do here, guys, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, intermission break, but I got something to hold your attention. It's a cool little video that I did a long time ago that's actually no longer on my YouTube channel. Why is it no longer on the YouTube channel? Well, you might see why. It's a little bit on the more realistic side. A lot of my videos are very inspirational. This is a little different. So again, I'm going to take you back to Pattaya and show you this video. It's a little 2-minute video. I'm going to call it From the Vault, because this video is not available on YouTube anywhere. It's coming from the vault of Reeshard Travel. Take a look. I'll be right back. It is said there is only one reason you are alone in Pattaya. You have either died or you have run out of money. To the novice traveler in Pattaya, the latter often exists. Common sense gets left in the hotel room for these poor souls. Once exiting into the nightlife, the novice traveler will be showered with praise and attention by the most professional and experienced bar managers. Their sole job is to relieve you of all the money in your wallet. Left penniless at the end of the night, the rest of the vacation will consist of looking for 65 baht beers and eating 20 baht street food from the food carts.
For me, I've always seen this city as more of a puppet show. But when I look behind the curtain and trace the strings upward, I find they terminate in the hands of yet other puppets, themselves with their own strings which trace upward, and so on. That is the business side of the city. There are some things you don't have to know how it works, only that it works. In Pattaya, things work. In Pattaya, it is said, the good times of today are the sad thoughts of tomorrow. When you leave Pattaya, it is only natural for some to be sad of no longer participating in this charade. Perhaps that's why so many go home and immediately make their next flight reservation back. For me, life is about having a good time. My advice to all of you that travel here is, don't be sad because it's over. Smile because it happened.
So I hope you enjoyed that little VIP treatment on that video. That's one that's not seen on my YouTube channel. It's from the vault. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Tommy J is saying, I miss Reeshard's videos. Can't wait for new Thailand content. And either can I. So I am targeting a time to come back to Thailand soon. I'm actually not going to tell you what month it is because I haven't booked my hotel room yet. I don't want my hotel room to get booked up. They gave me that alert saying, you know, final room available. I'm thinking, oh man, I just want to wait a little bit longer to feel good about it. So coming soon, Tommy, and I'll let everyone know exactly when I do book that hotel room, when that's going to be. Teacher Thomas Thailand, thank you, man. That's very nice. Reeshard spends a lot of time on these awesome live shows, intros, outros. Did you know vlogger highlights and now cool intermission video. Rock on, Richard. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I do put a lot of time into it. And it's a little bit of a selfish reason too, because I like creating videos. So I like doing the edited videos. So I kind of go back and rehash some footage I might have on my phone from 5 years ago or recent ones that aren't on YouTube. And it's just fun for me. I love putting all that information together. I love also promoting other YouTube channels. We're all in this together. You know, one of my favorite channels is Maggie's Journey. I try to profile her all I can. You guys should definitely know that's a great channel. Go try to check that one out. I love creating videos and promos for all the other channels. So thanks for calling me out on that. I definitely appreciate doing that. Teacher Thomas is saying VIP party available in Pala for any of you awesome people to meet up. That would be great. Ken saying very dynamic interview. All three are naturals. Well, thanks. I appreciate that, man. That's very nice of you. That's cool. It comes with a lot of hard work. So Mango Stick, Richard put this in for a bathroom break. Possibly. I cannot deny or confirm that rumor. Chai Poo Farong says, love all you guys. Can't wait to get back and start my own channel. I have 32 years of Thailand experience to share with you guys. Wow, so you should contact me offline, Chai Poo Farong. I'd love to talk to you. You must have some great stories. 32 years, it's a long time, a lot longer than I've been going there, just for 5 or 6 years now. So that's hilarious. Teacher Thomas Thailand saying more vault. I do have more. I was going to kind of try that one out on you today. And just so you know, I kind of, I forwarded that clip over to Brian Flowers before the show, a couple of days before. And his response was, wow, you sound a lot different than your other videos. So it's a little more edgy, right? But that's how I kind of got my start. I was very edgy early on. Then kind of pivoted, kind of switched around a little bit. So if you like that one, I got a lot more of those where those came from that I may post up during the live shows, future live shows, just little clips here and there. So thanks for the positive reinforcement there. I appreciate that. And then Mr. Mitch putting a link up for Maggie's Journey, which would be great. Carl D, apparently there is a meeting tomorrow in Thailand as to when we can go back. Oh, that's interesting. I've been definitely following all the Thailand news very closely, but also following news here in America very closely, because it's really dependent on if we can get out with the well, I don't know if I can say the solution to the situation is probably what I have to say. I've been told that there's a number of new words I can't say. I got my YouTube alert in my Gmail about some new words I can't say. So it's just, man, it's a tough little situation here. But yeah, I'm hopeful that I can get some solutions to the situation going so that I can then get my little passport to go over there. So I think that's going to happen soon. And then I'll definitely keep you guys updated as I start to make my reservations and this kind of stuff. And just so you know, so I have had some questions around, hey, Richard, when you go back to Thailand, will you still have a live show? And my answer is absolutely. So it'll be even more dynamic when I get back to Thailand. We might be looking to do some, live streams out in the streets during the 1 hour, or we may just have it, be done on a balcony somewhere. And I'm just seeing how it is kind of playing with my shirt here. It looks like some of the areas that are green palm trees are like transparent. So hopefully no one's getting seeing second or seeing double on the screen there. Let's see. Are you experiencing no queue July 1st? Yeah, I don't know. Could see. I don't know. Definitely would be interesting. So it's an awesome day and a pleasure the day I can meet up with you and Pattaya for a nice cold beer. Yeah, so count that done. We're definitely going to do that. It's just a matter of timing. Greeny Travel's coming in. Live guest suite. So funny. I watched Greeny Travel's latest video where he was with his girlfriend walking around. I think they were going to take a boat tour. I've never seen someone more interested in getting where they're going as his girlfriend. Phi, I believe is her name. And Greeny is very chill. So it was interesting to see like the opposite. Usually Thai people are very chill and the Farong is the one that's got to get there in a hurry. It was the exact opposite on his latest video. I thought that was hilarious. But let's do this. Let's kind of switch gears a little bit because it's time for our moderator spotlight. So you might remember we had Mr. Mitch on a couple weeks ago, had some technical snafus with his little chat. So we kind of wanted to take a second attempt at this. Hopefully the internet, everything is working out better this time around. So what I'll do is I'll bring Mr. Mitch in with this little cool intro video. Again, this is what we're calling the moderator spotlight. Mr. Mitch, I know you love that intro.
I do. I can't go to my head.
Can't let it go to your head. I know exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, bring you on here, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's a big deal. But how's the audio working today? You feel like you're more sorted out today?
Absolutely, yeah. Last time I had YouTube and StreamYards on, and I don't want to hear my voice. You guys can hear it. That's fine, but I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, we can hear
this. This feels great. What an act to follow. My God. Really, they're Note and Flora. Awesome channel.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, man. Like I was so pleased that I got recommended that channel. I checked it out and like instantly I was thinking, wow, this is a great channel. And it was so interesting for me when I talked to them during the pre-interview about they were kind of thinking about quitting. They thought like it wasn't getting the traction they were hoping for. And I thought, wow, what a shame that would have been because the videos are so great, right?
Yeah, really. I mean, just chemistry. That's just amazing. Genuine.
So, and it's interesting because one of the things I want to talk to you about today is how you and I kind of collaborate behind the scenes a lot. So we talk on Messenger. I do this with most of the moderators, but specifically with you, like I'll send you little clips to kind of check out before the scenes. I'll send you things like who's going to be in the vlogger news. And you're always very good about putting up the links to all the channels and that kind of stuff. So I want kind of you to talk a little bit about that and about how you choose the channels that you moderate on, because I know you do a lot of them.
Yeah, well, like I said before, I have to enjoy the content. If it just sucks, I'm not captivated. I usually show up there, and if I like it, I'll make a comment. I'll comment, hey, that was great, or whatever. And if it's crap, pardon the language, I'll just move on. I always, as soon as I show up on a channel, and I'm liking it, boom, the thumbs up is now. You can always take it away, right?
Yeah.
But it's easy for me, and I do forget. So when I'm watching a channel, I'll say someone will say, "Hey, don't forget a thumbs up," and I'll go, "Oh wow, I forgot to do that." I mean, even though you do it every time, oh hey, wait a second here, I got some technical difficulty. What is this going on here?
Oh, here we go, the big reveal.
The Tin Man.
Yes, we got him today.
There we go. Here's me.
All right. There's Mr. Mitch.
Are you happy?
So this is awesome. So thank you. The big reveal.
Oh, no sweat. Can you tell I'm nervous?
Nah, man. I'll walk you through it. It's all basic stuff. Help me. I love that. Yeah, you didn't plan this at all, did you?
No.
That is so great.
I've been chomping at the bit the whole show, just because, I mean, the guests was awesome in the chat. Everybody's friendly in chat, and that's another reason I come to a channel. I'll look at the content, and then I'll stay for the chat. I mean, it's can't wait to meet a lot of people.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing for me. I don't get a chance to really key on the chat messages during the live show, but after I'll go and review it. And it makes me laugh every time. I love the community. Just the banter between you guys is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I learn something every day. I mean, that's the fun part for me. When I'm like this, when I'm behind the scenes, I'll be doing all kinds of other stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting because you're known as being like the fastest moderator in the business. Like, you remove comments pretty quick. How does that happen? How do you get so good at it?
Well, actually, I don't. A lot of the other team players beat me to the punch. And many are here. I won't even look at names right now, but their internet's faster than mine or something like that, and they're on it. And I don't know. It just happens. I've said before, I don't block, I don't ban. That's for you to do. Unless I'm specifically told, James Dean, right?
Yeah.
I'll do
use
it.
One of Teacher Thomas's words. He uses that a lot. James Dean, the guy.
James Dean, he's out. So, but yeah, I'll remove a message or a comment. I'll put someone in timeout. That's it. Now, in my early days, okay, the first channel I ever moderated for, oh my, it was crazy. And I was talking to a blogger the other day, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, you were banning everybody. You were banning me, and we were coming in to help you, and you were banning us too." And I was out of control, wet behind the ears, let's say.
Yeah. So you're just super sensitive when you're starting out, right? You're just kind of taking everything out.
Yeah. I was taking it kind of personal, right? You get so it's nothing.
Yeah, it's interesting because I was trying to give a little talk track around my timing for coming back to Thailand. There's a lot of words I couldn't use. I had to use the solution to the situation, just because, man, like, there's a lot of words you can't say on YouTube. You can't write in the chat. How do you kind of stay up on that stuff? Is that just because you're in so many different live shows, you kind of know what words can be said and what can't?
Yeah, I hear it from the people making comments. I'll learn that. I'll see it. I'll watch, Tiger News and anything like just gossip. I mean, hey, did you hear this? Did you hear that? And I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, no, you and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I wanted you to kind of share with everyone watching today. How do you choose a channel to be a moderator on? Because I almost feel like, Mr. Mitch, when you get to your level, you're well known, you get to choose. Like, people aren't really asking you. I feel like you're probably choosing where to go. Is that kind of a fair statement?
That's kind of funny. It sounds really weird to my level. I'm just a small facet, okay? One little tooth on a big gear of a bunch of great people, and I don't know. Content. I don't say, oh, I want to be a moderator on your channel. I want to be a moderator. Please make me a moderator. I don't do that. They'll reach out. People will reach out and ask, and yeah, sure, why not? I mean, yeah, like I said, I gotta like it. I gotta like them, and if it turns out it's not working, I'll just vanish.
Yeah, I think one thing that you guys don't understand is, like, for a channel like mine to have moderators of your caliber, that actually positively reflects on my channel. I don't know if you guys see that at all, but I've heard that from other YouTube creators, like, oh, whoa, you got like Day State Fox and Mr. Mitch and Tommy J on there. You must be a good one. I'll check it out. So that helps me a lot, having class moderators like yourself.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you continue to blow me away with your work, with your editing, your intros, and just the work you put into what you do is. I'm lost. Like I said in the chat earlier, this talk of editing is like me trying to learn Cantonese. I'm totally clueless. And yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And just for those that don't know, I'm totally self-taught on video editing. So I've learned it as I went along, and I've really taken to it, and it's something I really enjoy doing. So I guess, go ahead.
Yeah, all of you content creators, hats off. I'll tell you what. The work that goes into it is just mind-boggling. It's not one-to-one. It's, for every minute, it's an hour, it seems, to do the work behind the scenes. I mean, putting it all together. I think about it all the time.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Amazing.
For me on the weekends, I have to be cognizant when I'm working in my apartment here in San Francisco that I open the blinds. I usually start very early in the morning editing, open the blinds so I can see the sun come up. And when the sun goes down, I know I got to start wrapping it up. The time will go by that quickly. I'll blow through 8-9 hours video editing and just drinking matcha. It's nuts.
Exactly. Well, good. Richard was messaging me before 5 a.m. today. So yeah, he's not joking.
I saw your active. I'm like, okay, I'll hit him with the lineup for today's vlogger news. And just so you guys know, I try to do that so that they have all the links ready to go, because I want to be professional and make sure that they're recommending those people I'm spotlighting. So yeah.
I went to bed a little early, like 10 p.m. And I woke up about 11:30 p.m. And I made the mistake of looking at my phone, and then I ended up on a live stream, and it was really it was on Myanmar, the tragic stuff going on there, and I was on there for about 2 hours, and then I thought, okay, I got to get some sleep, And then I saw Maggie was on, so I popped on to Maggie for a few minutes, and then I got some sleep, and yeah, it's been an interesting morning.
Yeah, you're so lucky you got to see Maggie live, because I just missed her by about 2 hours, I think, maybe an hour and a half. Oh man, I love seeing that live because the chat is so great.
So peaceful. It was so peaceful. I mean, it just walks out of her cafe and it's just so quiet, so nice, just you can see forever. No high rises, just awesome. Couple chickens, I mean, it's just nice.
Yeah. Now, when are you looking to go back to Thailand? Do you have a trip coming up soon?
Well, thought is, my plans are March 2022. I'm going to pull the plug on this grindstone working, retire. But I can't wait that long. I really need to get over there and get my feet on the ground, and so I'm thinking it's probably going to take me at least 3 months to get ready to take a trip. So I'm thinking 90 days ish.
Is that going to be a one-way ticket for you? You're going to sell everything and pack up and move, or?
No. Originally, yes, that was the plan. Liquidate everything, but I might that first year or two, I might keep my house here, rent it out, have a property manager rent it out or something like that. I don't want the headache.
Yeah, that's a nice fallback plan. I mean, everyone should have a fallback plan, plan B, right?
Yeah, but retirement wise, I it's too, it's what, 2,500 square feet, something like that. It's just me. I'm one of the rare. I'm the anomaly. I got the house after the divorce.
Yeah,
the dog.
Yeah, that is
now it's
not
just
the norm.
Me.
I did not get the house in my divorce.
I had my cousin and his wife living with me for about 3 years. They transferred up from Florida, and I said, "Yeah, great," and that was really nice. But they moved out about a month ago, and it's been really weird being quiet. Like before, it was like, "Oh man, I miss being alone," and now it's like, "Wow, the sound of silence." I've been really busy.
Yeah, what kind of stuff are you doing in your spare time when you're not on live chats, on live streams? What are you doing in your spare time?
I work. I'm making up for lost time. About 3 years ago, I started for some reason started breaking bones. I started falling down and doing stupid stuff, at home, not at work.
Yeah.
And, elbow surgery, wrist surgery, shoulder surgery, broke my leg, had a pituitary tumor removed.
Oof.
All of these things, it sounds, like a, 3-4 months recovery. Oh, I'm good to go. Then all of a sudden I would do something stupid. And it was 4 months for the pituitary tumor before I could do any heavy lifting. And because of the pressure, they want that hole in your head, which I have a couple, to heal. And so I lost a lot of money because I wasn't working. I was self-funded. I wasn't on L&I or labor and industry, any kind of that kind of thing. And so it cost me a lot of money. And then COVID hit when I was ready to go back to work. And then, so like I said, 2.5, 3 years of lost full-time work.
Yeah.
So I'm making up for it. I'm taking anything and everything. I'm a one-man show. I don't go to work for someone else. I go to work for a real jerk. That's me.
I've heard that before.
But when I wake up in the middle of the night, when I wake up and I go, shit, my mind starts going. I say, if I can go to the job, I will. I'll go. I say, I'm just laying here in bed. What the hell? I'll just go to work. No traffic. Get a lot done in a few hours with no one around than you can in an 8-hour day with all the questions and stuff. So,
yeah, that's interesting. I'd love to kind of hear about that more when we bring you back another time. One thing I have a question for you on is around Thailand. So where are your favorite parts to go when you go over there?
Oh, wow. I love the mountains. I love the sea. I mean, I love big cities and I love the country. So you name it. I'll go anywhere. It's always exciting. Even if you go to the same place, I don't expect the same thing. I mean, every trip's different for me. And first time around I was 17, went with a group of students and a couple of teachers from high school for 5 months, not just Thailand, but around. We can get into that another time. But very fortunate to have done that. But so, and then the next time I went back, it's like, oh, I remember this. I want to do that. And oh, it's different. Well, yeah, it's different here. It's different in the States every year, right? It's, a lot of the things the similarities are there, but there's a twist. There's a little different. And so someone that's been there one time, and if someone else has been there 50 times or whatever, you can talk to them. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. You can always learn something. It's fun. It's like, so that's what attracts me to different content creators. I'll say, oh, that's a new channel. Let's see what's going on there. And oh, yeah. Or it'll remind me of something. I'll remember, reflect on it. And there's a lot more going on in the head than what's going on the screen. That's the chemistry that drives it. I mean, that's why I'm here. So when I get over to Thailand, I don't know if I'm going to be moderating that much. I'll be a little busy.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense if you're busy enjoying Thailand. Tommy J was just mentioning Mitch seems like such a low-key person. Can't wait to share stories over a cocktail in Pattaya. Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that first year I'm gonna shack up for a couple weeks with different people all around the country, just under someone's stairs, so to speak. Or a tent at the open mic. Right, I'll slip up.
Oh, yeah. Teacher Thomas would love to have you there. You probably got a room in his villa there waiting for you. Thank you, Stuck in Florida, your work shows, your efforts, Richard. Appreciate that. Very kind.
Another great moderator, Stuck in Florida.
Yeah. I mean, he's great.
Always
super
there.
Great.
Tommy J. I mean, Day State Fox. I mean, it's everyone, right? That make it.
Now, how long have you usually stayed in Thailand previously? Mango Sticky Rice wanted to kind of know. Do you stay for a month, a couple weeks?
1 to 2 months was the norm. The longest stint was about 8 months. I was partners in a business in Pattaya for about 5 years. Dive shop was on Soyamato.
Ah, okay.
And now they're up on Tepperset Road, my old partner. And yeah. So I would go back a lot. I would 3-4 times in a year sometimes.
Wow. Yeah, that's great.
My ex-wife had been there as well. My children, I've taken my children. My kids were 5 and 8 the first time they went, to Thailand.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's great. Tommy J is saying that Mitch, you can sleep with Dan the dog.
Dan the dog. Hey, I will. I'll tell you what. I miss my dog. He was 15 years old, and yeah,
rest in peace, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can look at his pictures now.
I think Teacher Thomas Thailand is positioned to maybe have a separate YouTube channel for Dan the dog. It's going to be like Triple D, Dan the dog. I saw that. I don't know how might go that route.
I'll tell you what, I was really heartbroken when Dan turned up missing.
Oh, I think we all were. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's an amazing bond you can have with an animal, right?
Yeah, and the unfortunate things that go on there with animals in Thailand, it definitely makes it tough. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. But hey, listen, we're kind of coming up on our time, Mr. Mitch. I wanted to, first of all, thank you for all that you do for my channel, moderating. I've told you this in private. I'll tell you this in front of everyone. This channel would not exist without your help. So thank you for all that you do.
No. You're too kind. You're too kind.
No, it's great having you on. I think it's great for people to see a face, who you are, and see you're a real person who cares a lot about the success of us YouTube creators. That was great. Love it. Well, thanks very much for coming on. I'm going to send you out with the same thing I brought you in on, that cool little intro video.
Right on.
Because I think it fits you. Thanks for coming on.
Peace.
It's so awesome. We're almost at 90 minutes, guys. Isn't this great? All because of you. You made it very interesting. I had on a great guest in She's Wonderflo and Mr. Mitch, in our moderator spotlight this week. I thought that was awesome. I did see a comment from She's Wonderflo saying that thanks for having us on. Let me spotlight that. Thanks again, Richard, for inviting us. We had a lot of fun. You have an awesome community here. Thanks, everyone, for your support. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Flora and Note, appreciate that. It means a lot to me to see that from you guys. And I would say go check out our channel. The moderators put it in the chat. It's also in the description of this video. And I'm just very pleased to have made it 90 minutes today on my first 90-minute show. It was great having everyone with the great comments. Let me go to the chat here, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Mr. Mitch saying, thank you, everyone. Health and happiness. Took a little bit of convincing to get Mr. Mitch on, but I'm so glad we got him on today for his repeat. What a great appearance. Guy was great. I can't wait to hang out with him in Pattaya when I get back there. It's nice to see the moderators behind the scenes with them, right? So I love that. Let's see. Zekon saying hello to everyone stuck in Florida. All right, perfect. I love the community here, guys. It really is pretty awesome. Jeff Johnson saying, great job, Mr. Mitch. He did do a great job. Carl's Thailand, who's coming on next week. So our next announcement here is that next week we're having Carl's Thailand. So if the moderators would not mind putting a link in the chat to Carl's Thailand, that would be super helpful. We're going to be having him come on next week, and I'll be doing a practice session with him this week. And then Carl D, God, the messages are coming in pretty quick here. So Carl D saying, respect to Mr. Mitch. I love that. That's awesome. I will tell you that I really appreciate everyone that came in the live show today, and I'm going to be sending you out with a new outro video, but hopefully let me know what you thought of the 90-minute duration today. If you guys like that, if you want me to kind of keep this going, I'd love to do it. I think next week we're going to be talking about what I think will be the new high season in Thailand, and it's not November, December. It might surprise you. So we'll talk about that next week. We're going to have on Carl's Thailand coming to us as well. So I hope to see everyone back in the Saturday Live Show next week. Thanks again for watching. Till next time, bye for now.